So, you met somebody.
I didn't meet anybody.
Yeah.
I didn't meet anybody. What are you did you meet someone?
No, I'm married.
Oh,
How
right.
can I meet somebody?
That's right.
I mean, that wouldn't even be a
I mean,
good thing.
we've been meeting people, but not like that.
No, like, you met somebody
Yeah.
and you don't know if he's the one. How do you
Right.
know? Or you think he's the one. What if he's your first boyfriend? You know? What would
How
you even...
do you know?
Well, I mean, most of the time, whenever it's your first boyfriend, he's not the one.
Most
of the time.
Usually, I'd say it's like 99.9%. That 0.1% of the people that actually go through with the first boyfriend forevers. Congratulations.
But, you know, like, what age are you, right? I mean,
Yeah.
if you're, what, like 14, 15? I mean, I hope you're not...
Nah, I didn't have a boyfriend.
14.
I didn't... Oh, I know some girls who have boyfriends.
But, you know, back in the days with my mother, I mean, they were a different generation. And they had boyfriends at 13.
13?
By 14, they were already eloping with this man. And by 15, they already had a child.
Oh, God.
That child was me.
Oh, that's so true. Yeah, you were that child.
Yes.
Wow.
So how do you, I mean...
I don't know how...
At 15, you're
that's
just
crazy.
a child,
A
right?
baby having a baby.
Yeah. But, you know, yet, back in the days, they were so mature, right?
Yeah.
Because, like, their mom... I don't know. They were just expected to be little women really, really quick.
Yeah. But that's kind of sad, though. Like,
It's very sad.
you're still a child. You still have so much to live, but things happen.
Yeah.
Happy accidents.
Well, it was just a harder life, I think. Well, I don't know what's harder, you know, back then or now. Who knows? I mean, it's just a different world. But, you know, back then, you know, girls, I mean, they weren't given they were not given the opportunity for education and all this other stuff that, you know, we have.
Yeah, like your
Here.
mom's generation, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I agree. I mean, like, me personally, I didn't have a boyfriend at 14, 15, or 16.
I think I had a boyfriend at 14.
14?
Maybe. I mean, I know
Stop.
I know I liked, you know, boys at a very young age.
Oh,
I mean,
me too. I had crushes all the time. I had crushes and no boyfriends.
I mean, they were so cute, you know, like I remember like they were so cute. I mean, I would be, you know, walking in the hallway and all of a sudden I would see my crush. I'm not going to say what the name of my crush was because no.
I think I know.
No, I'm just not going to say it, you know. What if this podcast gets out to that person?
Oh my God.
No,
That'd
I would
be so
like,
embarrassing.
Sandra.
I'm not talking about...
But I would see this person, and we used to play this game.
Wait, what grade was this?
This was in...
Was it third grade?
No, not third grade. It was like 7th grade.
We don't talk about third grade.
You're going to make me cough. I've had this cough, and...
Oh, she needs to drink water. Mm-hmm. So she was saying she had a crush in what grade?
It was... Gosh, I think it was 7th grade.
Oh, that's
7th grade. Oh, okay, so I was
grade?
in the hallway, and we used to play this game.
Oh.
And it was kind of like... It was a notebook, right? Mm-hmm. And then you would put a question on each page.
Yeah.
Like, do you like girls with long hair?
Oh, God.
Do you prefer girls with long hair or short hair?
So people would find their types like that?
Yeah. And then the next page would be like, what's your favorite thing to do? Mm-hmm. And then the next page would be like, what is your
hobby or
whatever. Just all these questions. And then
a survey.
It was like a survey. Like this is the way like you would actually get to know a boy that you had a crush on back then.
That's crazy.
It was crazy. It was a lot of fun though. But the craziest thing,
the suspension.
well, it was so exciting though because like you had a crush on this kid, right? This boy, and you had to find like the strength and the balls.
It was very like the adrenaline of coming up to that person and be like,
yeah,
I mean, like you.
So you wouldn't tell them that you liked them.
You would write a letter.
No, well, yeah, I mean, we would do little notes and put them in the lockers and stuff like that, and you know, sometimes from your secret admirer, whatever.
I did that once.
Yeah,
embarrassing.
But going back to the notebook, I mean, you know, you would have a sign-in sheet at the front. And so you would pass it around. You would pass around this notebook, and it's like return to return to me, whatever.
Return to Rocio?
Return to
No
Rocio.
way.
Well, I wasn't the one that would start them. Okay, I mean, I was just a participant. But if
A participant. I was just a participant. Like, oh my God.
But if you could start one, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, the benefit of starting one is that you would give it to exactly the people that you wanted to
so
survey.
you were the follower, not the leader. Not in this situation.
In that situation, I was I wasn't brave enough, I don't think. But I wanted this boy to, and so I had really long hair.
Oh, it was beautiful.
I had very, very long hair.
No, my mom had very beautiful hair. Well, she still does, but it was very long and luscious.
Very long. And so I was kind of you kind of describe yourself in this survey, right?
I'm hot, I'm sexy,
No.
I have hot hair.
No, you put, do you like girls with long or short hair?
Oh, okay.
Obviously, I had long hair, so that had to be a question, right?
Yeah.
So, because I had to figure out if he liked me too.
Oh.
And so, it broke my heart, really, because the first question was, do you like girls with long or short hair? Well, the first answer was short hair.
The guy said that?
Yeah, he you'd write it in. Ugh. He would write it in. And so I was like, what do you mean short hair? I mean, I have long hair, so that means that he doesn't like me. So that was my first
You're God. Like, on my way to the salon.
Yes.
No, I'm just kidding. Don't ever change yourself.
So, anyways, that was my little notebook story. But how do you know if he's the one? At a young age, you don't know. I mean, you go through so many emotions that you find them cute because they're cute, right?
Physically
it's
attractive.
Not love. Yeah,
I think a lot of young girls confuse, the attraction towards them and their genuine feelings towards them.
Right.
It's such a, I don't know, like, for me, like, when I was younger, I used to fall for, like, I used to have crushes like that, like, just because they were cute.
Yeah.
But then as I got older...
I think that's normal.
Yeah,
I think that's normal.
It's normal.
Whenever you're at that age.
I mean, you don't know anything about love. You don't know anything about your feelings yet. You don't know. You're developing.
Because whenever you're at that age, I mean, you could find this boy cute one day.
Yeah.
And the next day, you're like, oh, I'm over him.
Yeah.
Next.
Thank you, next.
Yeah,
thank you, next. Next.
It goes really quick like that.
It does. I mean, I don't know. I had crushes, like, when did they start? I'd say, like, 3rd grade.
Yeah. I mean...
But, like, actual, like, getting feelings for someone, I don't think I had that until, like, 8th grade.
And that's whenever it starts getting confusing, right? You're like, okay, what do I do now with these feelings?
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's crazy because you're, like, your inner child is kind of, like...
But you got to be careful because, like, at that age, you're also developing a lot more, and you also your hormones are going great, but your hormones,
your hormones,
okay, they're going crazy, right?
Yeah,
right. They're going crazy.
They're going crazy, bonkers.
Yeah, and then they invite you to parties and stuff like that.
Oh my god, that's whenever all the
stuff goes down, right? Yeah.
It goes down like that. Ugh,
and you should be careful. Yeah, you should be, no. You should be careful, but you start getting these feelings, or you think that they're feelings of love, but they could just be lust, right?
Yeah, people confuse lust with love.
Yeah,
that's
especially,
what I was gonna say.
Like, girls are different than boys.
Oh yes, I think boys. I don't know. What do you think about boys?
I mean, me being a woman, and me being that age, of course.
A wise
woman now. Okay, I'm a little bit wiser.
You're wise.
Now. I think girls get so emotionally attached.
Oh my god, yes.
So emotionally attached. I mean, you dream about this boy. You write songs for this boy.
Yes.
You hear the music and it's like, oh my god, I'm so in love. This song is just speaking to me.
And the music makes it worse.
It makes it worse.
It makes it worse.
It does.
Because you listen to all these, like, when you're in love, you listen to these love songs, and these love songs, everything that they're saying, it's convincing you that you're feeling all of that.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I feel all of that now.
Yes, I'm in love. I'm totally in love.
I'm in love.
Wedding tomorrow.
Yes. nobody hit me up. I'm married.
And the boys are like, hold on, wait a minute. That didn't mean anything to me.
I want to know, like, some guys, they do things that you do in a relationship with a girl, but they don't want the label. Why is that?
Oh, that's a very good question. Yeah,
that's a lot. That's a big problem nowadays. Is that, you know what they call that now?
No.
A situationship.
Really? That's what they call it now.
That's what they call it now. A situationship. Meaning, y'all do everything. Y'all go out to eat. Y'all talk about how much y'all feel for each other. Maybe do things, or, like, I don't know. But they don't want the label. And that's so confusing for the girl.
Well, I don't think it's just now. I think it was back then too.
Really? But I think it's a bigger thing now. I mean,
back then we would just call them players. He's just a little player.
Like,
it's always been like that.
But that's how, like,
it's not a problem of today.
No, but, like, it's a bigger problem though now than it was back then, I feel like, because don't know.
I remember there was a lot of, because they like to jump from one girl to the next, because like
Yeah.
it's like a manhood thing, right? It's like, oh, the more girls, look at how popular I am, the
And
more
then,
girls I
but
can
let's switch
get.
it around. If a girl gets with a bunch of guys, what is she?
Oh, yeah, we're not gonna talk
Exactly.
about that.
We're not?
No.
No? Okay. I wanted to.
I think everybody, yeah, they would definitely call them really bad names,
Yeah.
And I mean, I don't think it's good on any part that
No.
anybody, does it. But, going back to how do you know that he's the one, right? You don't know, but
No.
but really, whenever it is true love, whenever you're at a very young age, you're not going to know, because all of these things going on and everything, right? And you might feel like really attached to somebody, like really emotional attached, but you're still figuring each other out, right? You're still trying to see if the way he behaves or you behave, if that's going to match, if you're compatible with each other. So there's going to be a lot of heartache, a lot of heartbreak, but there shouldn't be, like if he's the one, then he should listen to you, right? Like he should not make you do things that you don't want to do.
Exactly.
For sure.
For sure.
If he loves and respects you and he's the one,
He respects the
he's
boundaries.
never going to make you do things that you don't want to do.
I agree.
The other thing is that they're going to bring you around to their parents' house.
Yeah.
They're going to feel proud of
But
you.
you know what though? Like there's also some guys who, they'll bring their girlfriends, with their parents. They'll meet your whole family. But sometimes that doesn't mean anything anymore nowadays, believe it or not.
Yeah, I think it just, it goes back to the individual too, right? But if they're willing to share you with their parents, then I think that has a couple of points on there. A couple. And just because they're showing you off, or maybe, just showing you to their parents, that doesn't mean that it's a good match either.
Yeah.
Like you should get to know the family too.
Yeah, that's why a lot of girls, they get confused because they're like, what was wrong with, they question themselves, like, what was wrong with me? Or like, he literally introduced me to his parents, or like, but really?
Yeah. I mean, definitely you have to, whenever he does take you over to their parents' house or to his parents' house, you have to be a smart girl.
Yeah.
And say, let me study this family. Do I see myself putting up with this family? Do I like their habits, their religions? Because if you get married to somebody, you're not just going to marry that person.
Yeah, that's something that I wish I would have done, is examine the family.
Yeah, we have a right to examine their
read
the way
their cards.
they are. Yeah.
Read their card, read their fortune.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Is this
because the way their family acts can also be a point to how.
Well, and you're gonna
he
have
acts.
children, also.
Yeah, and that's gonna be your child's family too.
Exactly.
And so that's a very important thing. Obviously, you don't think about that at a young age.
But you should.
But you should. Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Yeah, you should. So definitely.
Because you're in a relationship, no matter how old you are, you have to think about that.
Yeah.
Because you never know when you're gonna be hit like that with a child.
Yes, exactly.
You never know.
So another thing, if you want to know, is he the one? Well, is he there whenever you're feeling bad?
Yeah.
Is he taking care of you in difficult moments? I mean, is he ignoring your texts? Is he somebody that doesn't call you back and stuff? I mean, you want somebody that
cares if you're comfortable, or if you're mentally okay, or if your heart's okay.
Right.
Like you'll know when they actually care.
Yeah, it's not like we're looking for a butler or a servant.
Yeah, we're not looking for someone, like...
I mean, it would be nice.
Yeah, right? It would be so nice to just have
nice.
them, like, bring me some food while I'm in bed.
Yes.
But no, but...
But you gotta feel that love, that it's really love.
I feel like you'll definitely... Like, I have definitely felt, a guy not care about me, but I've also felt when a guy has cared about me.
And it's
so different. It's so different.
It is.
Because when I felt like this guy didn't care about me, I didn't realize at the time that he didn't care about me.
Right.
I was like, oh, he texted me back. He cares about me.
Yay! I know.
No. But, when I received actually care from another guy laters, it was so different. I was like, wow, my standards were so
low.
They were like,
right.
They were so low. They were down there.
And that's why you have to meet different people too.
That is.
Because you learn, you get to see that not everybody's the same. you know, and so you're like, wait a minute, okay, maybe I was in a good place. I was in a if you feel good, you know, with somebody, then you're probably in a good place. But sometimes you don't know. And
you don't know at the moment.
Especially whenever you're a young person, you can't go with the first one.
You don't know at the moment if what they're doing is right. You don't until you receive something better.
You got to explore your options.
Explore your options.
Or something different. At least get to know the different types of men. Right? Because, I mean, if you go to the first one...
There's different breeds.
Yeah. You're going to be... I mean, and it could be that one was the right one, right? But in most cases, when you're young, I mean, both of you are still very young and immature. And, you know, maybe... It's very rare that a girl is, like, very mature at a young age. You know, it's very rare. But, you know, I feel like you can't rush things. But you can't be that slow either. You know, I mean, like
you can't limit yourself, but you also can't over, you know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it.
Yes, like a whole bunch of things have to kind of come together, and love doesn't have to be complicated, you know.
Yeah.
You know if it feels right.
We can also talk about, because a lot of guys can make girls feel like it's right when they're overly lovable in the beginning.
Oh yeah, that was annoying to me.
Yeah,
I didn't like that.
At first,
I didn't like that.
Yeah, I felt really weird receiving, you know, a lot of flowers and a lot of attention and a lot of, oh, you're so beautiful. I wouldn't know what I would do without you.
Yeah,
like,
it's like,
I
show
felt
me your
weird.
true self.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I felt weird receiving all of that in the very beginning. Like, boy, you just met me. Like, what do you mean?
Dead giveaway.
It's dead giveaway. Dead giveaway. And I feel like I was so mad at myself because I feel like, what the hell? Like, I should have examined him.
Yeah.
I should have examined him.
I mean, if it's too good to be true, if it's too good to be true, it probably is.
Why was I receiving flowers and then 2 months later I was receiving nothing?
Yeah, why are you giving me all these gifts?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Like,
yeah, I mean, that's definitely
I mean, I think it's a big sign, like what they call like love bombing.
Yeah.
Love
I mean,
bombing,
if they write
like,
you a little letter saying you
like that's red, the thing. Like, I feel like
blue. That's nice.
I would so much rather like have you take me to the park and look at the kids play or like look at the flowers than you giving me like a bunch of store-bought flowers and a bunch of chocolates and these gifts. Like, no, just like take me somewhere like fun, you know, or like not even like let's sit at the park and look at the sunset.
Right.
Like, I'd rather have that than like, oh, this guy's trying too hard. Like, it's weird.
That is weird.
Like, it's weird.
If they give you too much.
In the beginning, especially.
Yeah, because
you're supposed to grow. Like,
well, can they keep that up for like how many years? I don't think so. You know?
Like
show me who you really are.
Like, if you get married, are they gonna bring you flowers every week?
I mean, you hope, right?
Right?
I mean, if that's
in
really,
reality,
imagine if they were really like that they're gonna bring you flowers every week.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be so good.
That'd be so cute. You know? I mean, I'd probably have a bunch of bees in my house, right? But like, yeah, like
it's not sustainable.
It's not. That's not something that they're gonna be consistent with.
So beware of that behavior. If they give you
beware
of that behavior. Beware. Highlight it.
Capitalize it. Bold
make
it.
Make a list. Yeah. No, but beware. If they give you too many things, then I don't know.
It's kind of
maybe they're looking for something like an exchange. Like I give you this and you give me that.
I give you this necklace, you give me this.
Yeah. Oh. We know that story way too well.
I know. Yeah. No, don't ever feel like you have to, you know, you owe something.
Exactly.
You know? No. And if you feel like that towards a guy, he's not the one.
Exactly.
If you feel like you need to owe him, because he's not. If he's really the one, he's not gonna make you feel like, oh, I must give him this if he gave me that. Mm-hmm. No. A guy's gonna want to make sure that you're ready for anything, or is gonna wait for you, or you know, like you gotta make sure that they care. You gotta like examine them, like you said.
Exactly.
Make sure that you know.
Don't be scared to examine them. Really good. Give them a physical.
Yeah, if you give them a physical. Oh my God! Imagine if we had to give physicals.
Yeah.
I mean, like I feel like we would find our type right away.
maybe.
But
maybe
what was I saying?
Well, I mean, it's just basically, how do you know that, you know, he's the one or he's not the one? You know, if he's not the one, you're going to feel it in your heart.
And you also got to make sure he gets along with, you know, your people.
Your
family, your friends, you know. Yeah, because, like, sometimes friends will put things in your head sometimes.
Yeah.
But that's a different topic. But you got to make sure he gets along with, you know, your people, your family, and otherwise, like, is he the one?
Is he the one? That is the question. Well, we thank you so much for listening to this podcast. And we hope that we have helped you a little bit to try and figure out if he's the one. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put them on the comment section, because we would love to hear from you. Like, what are you thinking?
Yeah. Give us your feedback.
Give us your thoughts, or maybe there's like a topic that you want us to discuss. That's also so very helpful.
Oh, yes. Give us some topics that, you want to talk about. And we will definitely talk about that with you, help you and guide you as much as we can, as much as possible.
Thank you so much. Until the next episode.
This is Rocio and Giselle.
Live from our first podcast here.
Mommy, daughter
Is he
talk.
the one?